Maybe you keep playing the C and I'll do the F G.
Michael's the only one that knows something about soccer.
Oh, we got this, Paul. We got this.
Last night, she said, oh, baby, don't feel so down. Oh, it turns me out that I feel left out. So I turn around. Oh, baby, don't care no more. I know this for sure. I'm walking out that door. Well, I've been in town for just 15 whole minutes now. And baby, I feel so down. And I don't know why. I keep walking for miles. Oh, people, they don't understand. No girlfriends, they can't understand. Your grandsons, they won't understand. On top of this, I ain't ever gonna understand. Last night, she said, oh, baby, don't feel so down. Oh, it turns me out, and I feel left out. So I turned around. Oh, baby, gonna be alright. It was a great big lie, 'cause I left that night. Yeah. Peter.
Like one time every 4 years, and we've been doing this show longer than 4 years because we've already done one of these shows, these World Cup episodes, like once every 4 years. Thank you, Paul. Once every 4 years, the world gets together and they celebrate the world's most popular sport, soccer.
Yes.
The football? Yes. Football. The rest of the world calls it football, but here where we call it soccer, we could give a shit about it. There's 2 countries in the world that can give a shit about it, and it's Canada and the United States. And we're going to be hosting the goddamn thing in a few years.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, awesome.
So what I did was I called together my soccer expert, Michael Bowe.
Yeah, Michael, what do you have to say about the World Cup?
Michael Bowe is not here as of yet. There he is, right on time. Michael Bowe shows up. He's our soccer expert. We're going to break it down. What we're really going to do tonight is we're going to give the world the Dutch Hall perspective on what we think of your sorry asses. And you notice none of us are wearing orange jerseys tonight is because Holland is out. Not in.
But they're in our hearts.
But they're in our hearts. But there's only one way we can talk about this shit. And also we have to talk about Donald Trump saving the world. And that's we play one thing, and we do it every week.
What is it, Pete?
It's called our theme song, Michael. And when there's an appropriate time, we go into it like this. Oh, hit myself right in the head. Welcome everybody live from the Dutch Hall. We are Canada's only late night talk show.
That's right.
And the greatest podcast ever to come out of a pool shed in Pine Grove, Ontario, bar none.
Yeah.
And I believe we are that way because we have the greatest band in Canadian late night history, the Nocturnal Emission.
Yeah.
Comprised this night of the very tardy Michael Bowe. On nothing.
I'm pulling charters tonight.
Yeah, on nothing, Michael.
On dancing. I'm on dancing.
On lead guitar next to him, it's Steve. Is he still reluctant? German. The German. It's a teaser. And on the balls, which I call the bass. Is that Whiskey West? No. This is a far shriveled version of Whiskey West.
My balls are small.
That are tight to his body by his butthole. It's Dave the Rooster Charters on bass.
Hello.
Pollock.
Thank you, Paul.
Ball's ready.
Ahead of it.
Ball's ready.
And as for CRTC ruling, live from the Dutch Hall was mandatory that we got to have one Frenchman. So we went to Norwich, Ontario. We dug one out of under the bridge there. And it turns out he can keep time great.
Yep. And
He's a French tickler, Cup and Rodman. And you know, here's a director sitting there with the camera right on himself. It's my brother. It's our bartender. And you know what? He's just a really good guy. Paul Van Dyke is here, everyone.
Hey.
Look at that dark face.
Hey.
And now, introducing the host of this show,
Oh, whoa.
your two-time President's Club Award winner. It's Pete Van Dyke, folks.
There, yes.
Nice opening, everybody. Nice
Hey,
opening.
nice work, guys.
Now I gotta start
Thanks, Michael.
today's program off with Kev Belanger. Kev, you're from Norwich, Ontario, Kev. Norwich. Old Norwich. And yesterday, we had a bit of rain.
We had a bit of a fucking gusty go through.
Well, down in Pine Grove, it was just a couple tenths of rain. It was actually quite nice. Soaked right into the soil. Hey, plants soaked it up through the roots.
Right through
Everybody enjoyed it, right down here in Pine Grove.
Yeah.
But I hear out in Norwich, it was a different story.
Trees were blowing.
Yeah, and I was worried for you, Kev.
I was worried for me. My house is a little bit old. Our foundation isn't the strongest, and those winds were a little bit freaky.
Yeah.
I've been through a tornado before. I can't remember the year that was in Norwich. I would have only been in probably grade 1.
You're super young.
Super young.
That's not
but,
the one in 78. Charles remembers
No,
Yeah, I remember that.
was that
Went through Waterford and
Waterford,
Woodstock.
right.
too,
that.
I
Was
think, yeah.
Waterford to Woodstock through Vanessa?
the big
And fuck,
F4,
Kev, you're-
F5.
Kev, you're only 100 pounds. Well, you
Yeah, I
end
would
up
have
in
been.
Hamilton.
I would have been fucking gone.
Yeah, Paul was building a house, and then he had to put a piece of plywood over his head and run for cover.
Yeah, we were following it on the radar actually, and it was just like this small little teensy fingernail-sized cell, but it was just bright, like completely purple. So we knew it was going to be a little bit heavy. And my mom's boyfriend pulled into the driveway, and he says, "Oh, get inside. We've got hail on the way." And sure enough, a minute later, we had hail first. Then the wind came, and it was just completely white out of hail and rain and wind.
Was the sky green?
It didn't go green.
Oh, no.
It didn't go green.
That's always what you hear.
No
The sky
greenage.
goes green. Hey?
No greenage.
Big trouble.
Big trouble.
It got dark in a hurry, though.
Yeah.
It was too cold, though. It was way too cold for their.
Yeah, they said
games.
someone saw the actual funnel cloud go down in Norwich, and they said it just kind of came out, touched the ground, fucked things up, and went back up.
Yeah, that sounds like it was a microburst.
Yeah. Is that what they call that?
Yeah, when it doesn't really touch down or it doesn't really form a funnel, but it kind of bursts
Oh yeah.
down. It's like a downburst or a
Hey,
microburst.
Charters, remember when we went to grade school? They had that corner in our grade school that was the tornado corner.
Yeah.
And if you threw a bunch of
outside
shit,
in the
Yeah.
the tarmac.
yeah, it was out in the parking lot part, where the basketball nets were and stuff. And there was a corner where you could get into the gym or something like that. It was just but if you threw a bunch of leaves and shit into it, on a windy day, it would make a tornado.
Yeah, it was always a tornado in there.
Yeah, we could make a tornado at school. And we do it all the time. Tornado corner. Okay. You know, I'm gonna go off topic here. Totally, this is not part of my prep, but I thought about it earlier in the week, and I was like, Charters, I really want to ask you this question. This is because I don't know how crazy I am here,
Well, let's find out.
but I am a 44-year-old man, as you are, right? As you are. right? We both went to grade school together, right? And we went to a Catholic grade school that didn't have a lot of money for a music program, correct?
That's right, yeah.
We never played
I
instruments.
don't remember. I
Not
remember
even-
like the toys in kindergarten when you walk around
Yeah.
the room in a train with the jingle bells and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Kindergarten was the only grade that got instruments because some nice teacher probably at one point in time made a bunch of shit to make the class do something because there were a bunch of kids, and then that became their instruments.
Yeah.
That's the only time I remember the triangle was like a coveted thing, like you would want to play the triangle.
Yeah, you wanted to be first in line.
You don't want to play that fucking egg shaker or the whatever the orange that's full of
the
rice.
Rainmaker.
What?
The Rainmaker.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no good. But anyways, that's what we did. So we had to sing.
We had that. We had Mrs. Pepper.
Mrs. Pepper taught us to sing.
Yeah.
So that's
in round.
in round at first, and then later on in harmony, right? Because they split us up in different groups, like bass, tenor,
That's right.
alto, and soprano. Dave, I remember I was in bass in grade 8. They put me in bass. Do you remember you were in grade 8?
I'm pretty sure I was in the soprano crowd. There was me and 4 girls.
Yeah, Dave and 4 girls.
Good gang. Nice work.
Be not afraid, I go before you always.
Come follow.
That's not the right song to do the high notes, eh? What's a good high note Catholic song?
I don't know. What I remember most about singing in grade school was that we did the play. I think it was grade 7 or 8, and I can't even remember what the play was called. But my role was the Canadian motto. I had a big singing role.
It was grade 5, Paul.
Grade 5.
You were
Grade
the
5,
Canadian Goose, actually.
No.
Kevin Van Dungen was
Kevin
the Canada Goose.
Van Dungen was a Canada Goose. And I remember I went on holidays during the audition. My parents brought me to Florida that year. That's how I know it was grade 5.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
we
ended
went
up being a tree or something, didn't you?
No, I was not the tree. I was the mayor of the Munchkin Land, or whatever it was, the mayor of the village, right? I had the 4th largest role, and it was an outrage to me that I was the 4th largest role. And they're like, well, you weren't here for the auditions. I'm like, come on, I'll knock your socks off.
Do you remember when I played
Hey.
the gambler for the principal?
You know who is you know who got the boot after I showed up after my vacation? Old Greg Walsh. You're no longer the mayor.
Oh, really?
Fucking go down to like the king of fuckhead town.
He was the what do they call it? The standby.
Yeah, he's whatever.
The understudy.
Yeah, the understudy for the mayor.
I blew Mrs. Raybuck's mind.
That's
With
not
my-
all you blew.
Is Miss Raybuck still alive? Do you know?
I doubt it. She seemed old back then.
Yeah, it's probably a long shot if she's still alive.
Odds are.
Anyways, Charters, I wanted to ask you, do you remember any songs that we sang when we were in grade school?
Well, I remember that we went to the principal's office one time and played the gambler, like I just mentioned.
Yes.
You were in on that?
But that had nothing to do with Mrs. Pepper's
No.
teachings.
No.
Do you remember any of Mrs. Pepper's teachings?
I think we did row, row, row your boat.
I'm talking a little bit more deep. Okay, let me just. I'll start a
You
song.
start one, see if I can.
You see if you can finish it, eh? Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Don't play with explosives. Leave them alone.
Call the police on the telephone.
Don't play with explosives. Leave them alone.
Yeah. Call
Yeah.
the police on the telephone.
Explosives are such dangerous, useful tools used by professionals that follow the rules. If you find them, leave them alone.
Call the police on the telephone.
Don't play with explosives. Leave them alone.
Yeah, call the police on the telephone.
Isn't that stupid? That's still in our
Why
heads.
is that still there?
We're grown men. We still remember that
Fucked
stupid
up,
fucking
man.
song.
I'm glad I never had to hear that song.
Oh, that's a brutal one, eh? But that one really
Wow,
sticks with you
that's
because
still
they're
in
like,
there.
are they really teaching us not to play with explosives? Is this a danger in a lot of school systems? That there's kids out there just fucking around with explosives?
That was a year after old Billy lost his eye with the Roman candle.
That'll do it.
Yeah, leave them alone, man. Call the police on a telephone.
I always like the drugs.
Some are
which
good.
are good, which are bad.
I don't know that song.
So what was
Ask
this,
your
in the
mama
60s or
ask
the
your dad.
70s?
Why do I know it? I'm younger
Yeah.
than
Those
Steve.
are great. I love that one.
Do that again because I don't know it.
Drugs.
Some are good, some are bad. Drugs. Ask your mom and ask your dad.
And then there was like rapping, so it was like 1984.
Oh, it's in the 80s, yeah, early 80s. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, it was when the hip hop was big.
Yeah. Hey, we'll get the
everyone had
kids,
a
eh?
rap.
They're like, hey, mom and dad, I heard a catchy beat earlier in the day. You know anything about heroin?
I'm supposed to ask.
Yeah, that's what that rap guy said. And I'm all for that, dude. It's so stupid, the way people think. I don't know. Maybe it works on some people, It doesn't work on me.
Well, it sticks with you one way or another.
Yeah, it sure does. It sure does. You know what we got to talk about before we get into the World Cup, because it's a big deal. We have to talk about one thing, and that's that Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un have met this week. Kim Jong-un has nuclear weapons, can blow up our Earth, right? Donald Trump has nuclear weapons, could blow up our planet, right? Both of these guys, what do they have in common? Friends with Dennis Rodman, right?
Of course.
Right? Buddies with Dennis Rodman. So Rodman goes to Singapore, right? Because he wants to be there to try to broker the peace of the world. Dennis Rodman is going to do that.
He's emotional.
This isn't a movie though.
This is real
Absolute
fucking
real
life.
life.
This is how life works now. This is what the real world is about now. Our entire planet could be destroyed by Dennis Rodman's friends. That's
When you put it like that.
that's fucking weird, isn't it? Like, isn't it gone too far? Like, whose fault is this?
How do we know, though?
What?
How do we really know
If they're
what's going on between those three?
oh, it's just
That's
a
only what the media tells us and what they allow. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it's always a big question.
I understand your
Man.
skepticism.
Really, they're already writing the third act and deciding where each of them are going to drop the first bomb.
Isn't there a
It's going to
movie
make
on
them
this?
so much money.
No, not the bomb. Trump was already over there saying
Missile.
that. Do you see the beaches in North Korea where they do those missile testings? I'm going to put up condos all through that thing. It's going to be gorgeous. Nicest beaches that I've ever seen. He says, you guys could have beautiful condos and hotels all along these beaches. This is really what happened. And it might work. It might actually work. The guy might be saying, like, oh, I thought we were just going to have a shithole country forever. Now we're going to have some fucking Disneyland made by American money that's going to come flowing through our country of people sitting on North Korean beaches.
It's crazy.
This really could happen. And I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it's fucked up. Hey? Rodman was crying about it because everyone was so mean to him being nice to North Korea. And now he thinks he's saving the world or whatever. It's like, man, I don't know what the truth is anymore. Well, whatever it is, I don't want to know about it. Yeah, like I just want to sit here in Pine Grove and ignore the fact that any of this shit's happening.
Fuck yeah.
Because it's like really out there. Like it's really the truth. Dennis Rodman was there in case Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un needed some help. They might turn to this Pierce drug addict, obviously fucking mentally like limited individual,
Good rebounder, though.
but he can rebound.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got good big
Good
elbows.
rebounder.
Those
Oh, yeah,
elbows
lots
are
of
up,
darts.
man. You try to get past those fucking elbows. Rodman was poking at you.
Wasn't he married to Madonna at one point too?
I don't think he married her. I think he just like banged her, and he was in that book, Madonna's Sex.
Yes.
Which when I was in first year university, that book came out, Madonna's Sex, and we went to the library and signed it out and brought it to our. Yeah, it was in the library. We signed it out and brought it to our residence where we lived in first year, and all looked at Madonna and all the people that she was pretending to, like that she said she banged, and then she took a picture. I think Vanilla Ice was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else was in there? Who else banged Madonna that was famous? Do you remember?
Nope.
That was in the book.
That was in the book or at all. Cool Mo D? Cool Mo D banger?
Sure.
No, LL Cool J? I don't know. Who banged her?
I don't know.
Hey, do you guys watch Saturday Night Live anymore?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know Pete Davidson?
Does he do the news?
No, but he comes on the news sometimes as a correspondent and just he's like he used to be their token young guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like the tall, lanky guy, and he was like addicted to weed.
Oh, poor guy.
Crazy.
Anyways, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a tough one.
Get that monkey off your back, man.
Yeah. How do you live through the shakes of that? I don't have weird thoughts, and I'm sleepy all the time. Anyways, but he's dating. He's like a comic from New York, and he's dating Ariola Grande.
Areola.
I'm pretty sure that's her name, Ariola Grande.
Grande.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a big catch, eh? For like just a regular like dude.
Pretty good.
Yeah, she's hot as fuck, right? That would be a big one. Ariana Grande. Anyways, we before we get to our main segment of this show, which is our World Cup review, we got to do a segment of this show that we call feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback. Motherfucking feedback.
Motherfucking feedback, Dave.
This week's feedback is brought to you, as always, by our friends at Amazon. If you go live from the Dutch Hall's website, livefromthedutchhall.com, and you click on either of our Amazon banners, and if you've got ad blockers on, they're not going to show up, so you got to shut them off for a little bit. Click on the banner. You go in there, you do your Amazon shopping, you buy whatever you want. Whatever in the world you think of. You're like, I don't know where you can get this. What store you can get it in? Go on Amazon, you can buy it there. And then you buy it through doing that thing I told you. Go on my website, click on the banner, and then some of that money will actually come to me. And I'll take that money and I'll shower myself in the money. I'll just like drape it over my body. And I'll relish the fact that just by me talking in this microphone, just people have given me money and I'll just wash myself in it.
In like quarters?
Yeah, sometimes. Whatever it is, Paul. A piece of paper that has the number on it, I'll just rub that on me. In appreciation for your donation or whatever you've done. And that should be good enough for you. And you know what? This is the big day. Tomorrow night, if any Van Dyke people are listening on this show, if any of the people part of Van Dyke Party Service are listening to this program, you probably listen on Friday morning because it's already Friday morning pretty much.
Hello there. Good morning.
This is the day. Michael needs us. He is our blood.
Assemble.
He's our kin. Come together
Right now.
and form Van Dyke Party Services. We need not. If you people out there see any need for this in your life, then you are a smart person, because it is honestly the best thing that you will ever experience in your whole life, is when you give us an email, livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, and you request Van Dyke Party Services assemble. And we will send you between 5 and 29 Van Dyke first cousins, some of them in bright yellow jackets.
Even a captain.
And they will spend the evening with you, and you will have the time of your goddamn life.
Guaranteed.
And all it's going to cost you is $100 of cold hard cash, plus all of our expenses, which are going to be dear. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you're not 100% satisfied, we'll return that $100. But those expenses, hey, they've run through our bodies and potentially yours. Van Dyke Party Services,
Don't live your life in regret.
brought to you by our great friends at Clean Flow. Clean
Great.
Flow, we can't say enough good things about you.
Great lubricants.
Yeah, Charters has lubricated himself with your products for years. It's gone through a lot of tight spaces because he is a girthy fellow.
Loving the lube.
And he cannot get, he just can't get in those tight cracks. He's like, I need to go behind the couch to pick up the remote control I dropped behind there. I can't fit in that little crack. The couch is a little heavy for my tired butt. So I'm going to just fucking spray some Clean Flow like honey goo all over my hairy tits and just see if I can get through and
Slither
pick
in
that. Yeah. Right, Dave? Something like that?
It's close.
Norpac.
The beef people.
Norpac.
The beef people.
Hey, are they going to be at your party?
They will be supplying
Yeah?
the buff.
Yeah, see that?
Big deal.
Now, can anyone do that? Can anyone call them, or you have an inside scoop? Or can someone just call Norpac and say, hey, I'm having a party. I want to have, like, Norpac beef there?
Of course they can. Not just me. I'm lucky that I have an in.
Yeah,
But anybody can call.
but even just some schmo,
Sure.
someone like Paul,
Someone like Paul.
could just call,
I like beef.
and he could say, beef,
Now.
Norpac.
Now, the beef people.
I need you now, beef people.
Yarmy Electric. I'm telling you right now, Yarmy Electric, Derek needed to do my basement, and he did it. He did not show up himself, but what he did was he sent two of his best men. You know what? Because that's how spread thin he was. He couldn't even show up to his own cousin's job. You want to know why? This man is tired, and what he doesn't need is your fucking business. So, you know what? If you got something going wrong, why don't you go in the yellow pages and call something fucking else? Not Yarmy Electric. How about that?
Yeah,
So
call
maybe my cousin Derek can go to my cousin Michael's party and maybe have a day where he can sleep off a hangover because he's going to be drinking till about 7 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, maybe you can take his wife for a spin on the dance floor even.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, you know what that means, Michael? Alcohol, dancing with a beautiful Jill.
That's right.
Now, all of a sudden, Derek's putting the moves on her. Jill's all of a sudden excited.
Wham.
Derek's
bam.
excited. Kid 5, 6, 7 comes in. Now Derek's even more busy.
That's right.
Even more reason for you not to call him. Yarmy Electric. If we don't get it right the first time, we'll get it right the second time. And if we don't get it right the second time,
You can go fuck yourself.
brought to you by Clean Flow.
Give him a break.
Now, yeah, what we do every week is we ask our listeners to provide us with feedback. And this week is no exception. And you know what? To be honest with you, we had pretty light feedback this week. So I sent out a last-minute plea for it. I was like, a pretty quiet week. Has anybody got anything they want to add to the show? You know what? The true super fans came through for us.
Nice.
You know what? Number one, who do we want to go with here? How about Ben Pereira?
Oh, yeah.
Ben Perrier?
Hey, Ben.
Ben Perrier? You know Ben Perrier?
Oh, Benny.
You know Ben?
Kev knows him.
Yeah, we all know him.
Slap
He's a friend of the show. He says, do you think we should scrap mandatory drug testing and let each athlete dope, thus bringing us the best of the best and not the best clean athlete?
Like have a dirty Olympics.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Like just see like,
That'd get pretty
It's like
intense.
Super Olympics.
yeah.
Russia
If you
would
had,
kill.
like I got to ask you this question. It's along the same lines as this. It's like if you took all the main 4 sports, you got baseball, now you got steroids baseball. You got hockey, you got steroids hockey. You got like basketball, you got steroids basketball. You got football, you got steroids football, right? You got all those sports you can watch. Just the main 4, which ones are you watching?
All 4 steroids.
You're going all 4 steroids?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. What about steroids basketball? You think it'll help?
Oh, for
Well,
sure.
they'll heal from injuries better.
I don't know. They just like everything will be more intense and faster and harder. And
Imagine how much
They'd
they'll be
raise the
angry
game.
at the crowd, angry at the refs. There'll be more fights in the crowd because of the roid rage.
yeah, even the coaches can do steroids too, so they can get even
Yeah.
more angry.
Yes.
Awesome.
That'd be awesome. A bunch of like ripped, like coaches just fucking roiding it up, like all like zitty backs.
Yeah, like in baseball, they just hulk out and just fucking kill the umpire. Like umpire, no steroids.
Do you remember-
Coach, though, steroids.
Do you remember baseball with like Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa and that? Like it was a bunch of freaky muscle men that went up there. Like
Mark
the-
McGuire was like a average sized dude playing for the Oakland A's, and then all of a sudden he's just fucking like
jacked.
300 pounds hitting a home run every other time he's up. It's like something might be going on here. Guys.
Even that other
Sammy Sosa.
Barry
Oh
Bonds.
yeah, Barry Bonds.
He was
Same.
like a skinny guy from the Pirates, you know,
Yeah,
and that,
yeah.
then he became like a fucking like brick shithouse, right?
Like maybe something's happening here, guys.
Yeah.
Why are all these records being broken?
Yeah. Even the pitchers were like Clemens and stuff like that. I mean, it was like, but it was good baseball, man. It was like fucking fun to watch.
Yeah, imagine if everybody like who's the best, whose body is able to handle these steroids best.
You know what's the funny thing about it is that the athletes themselves don't care,
No,
right? They do it.
They just
If-
want to be better.
Yeah, they just want to be, and you know what? To be honest with you, if you were an athlete and you were injured, and you could benefit from steroids to help you heal faster, they wouldn't let you take it because of the rules,
Right.
which doesn't make much sense, right? It's just people that abuse it, but the abuse is what's so nice to see, you know, like like people that are willing to give up their entire health, you know, just to be a freak for you to watch for their entertainment, you know, like you gotta appreciate that sort of a sacrifice that they give to you.
Yeah,
you know?
gotta admit it. We'd watch it.
Yeah.
These are real life superheroes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. These like freaky, like how fucking, like how like bloody can this get?
Maybe we can do it with robots.
Robots, unless they look like people. Robots that look like people? Oh, man. That would be cool. If you can get them so they don't get like
One day.
smart on their own and they just like stay people that you can just fuck around with, like dumbass people. If you could have robots that look like people, but they're dumb people, and you can just fuck with those robots because they're not really people. They have no feelings, you know? like a real second-class person. You know how like all people are created equal?
just all
Not
look
these
like
fucking
Dave.
robots. These are different. These are like worse.
Let's
They all look
hate
like
the
Dave.
robots.
Huh?
They all look like Dave.
Yeah, think how much fun you could have with them. Right? You could do all kinds of bad things to them. No guilt. Slavery, got him. Right? Rape,
That's a recipe for
no
disaster.
big deal. It's a robot. I raped a robot, so what? Right? It's no big deal. But you don't have to. It's a robot. You think that's still wrong, Dave?
When you say it like the way you're saying it, it makes me feel like it's wrong.
If you take a robot against her will, is that wrong?
Depends on if it's in her programming.
No, it's a robot.
Yeah, but a robot's dependent on its programming.
Who cares? It's a machine.
I think it's wrong.
You're
yeah.
fucking a machine.
Yeah, it's still wrong.
You're not
Why?
taking it out for dinner.
You're putting your dick in a
It
machine.
doesn't matter if it's not the robot that makes it wrong. It's the impulse that and the
Well, how about a pocket
Yeah.
pussy? Is a pocket pussy wrong?
that's different
Why?
because it's like
It's made for that.
What if you talk? What if
don't-
you?
you
What if
don't
you
rape
rape
a
a pocket
pocket
pussy? Yeah, exactly, Dave. What if you rape it? What if you like sneak up on it and you're like, I know you don't want this, but I'm giving it to you anyway.
Any rape is wrong.
yeah,
You think that's wrong
still
too?
wrong. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when you use the word. it's
That's
wrong.
so fucked,
right.
eh? That's fucked, Dave. I disagree. You should be able to rape a toaster. You know what I mean? It's a fucking toaster. You're not going to put me in jail for raping a toaster? Oh, because the word rape was in it?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's what's getting to me.
Yeah, it is. People are so scared of words, eh? Cause
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah,
It's very true.
it's not a real thing. You can you are allowed to rape a toaster, Dave, because it doesn't have feelings, right? You can't rape a seagull because seagull has feelings. It's an animal. Can you rape a plant? Harvey Weinstein got busted for it. Can I have a beer?
Oh, I'd love one too, Polly.
Oh, rounds. Yep. You know what? What are we on? Oh, that was Ben. So that was Ben's topic.
Thanks, Ben.
Anyways,
Great
Ben,
topic.
thanks, Ben.
I don't know how'd that start and end.
I don't know.
But have you charted that at the end of the show? You listen to it and you kind of go through. Pete started with whatever Ben started with and ended up with raping a toaster.
And we're moving on now.
I think it'll be a nice path to chart. Anyways. Ella Steppa Jones.
Oh, yes.
Ella Steppa.
Jones. Dave never recognizes Jones. Dave, I heard you had a face-to-face rendezvous
It's a true story.
with Ella Steppa Jones.
It's true.
Is that true?
Yeah, I saw her at a school function. Can't even remember what it was, but it was like a breakfast, like a brunch, like a fundraiser brunch or something like that.
Yeah.
She was there with her kids, and she's got twins.
And what happened?
And,
She recognized you from the show.
Oh yeah, 100%. She came right up. She we had a nice chat. We hadn't seen each other in years, decades even.
Decades,
And,
yeah.
we had a
Eons.
nice hug.
Hug.
She introduced me to her parents.
Whoa.
What about
and,
Jones?
That's fast.
I never. He was on the other side of the room somewhere. I never did meet him.
Cold shoulder to Jones.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you.
I
Dave.
didn't give anyone the cold shoulder. I would have gladly met the man.
You have said numerous times on this show, Dave, that you do not recognize Jones and that you do not support their union.
All I said was she'll always be Ella Steppa to me.
I know, Dave, but I see the resentment. And even this, there's something. I know your feelings for her are strong and deep. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, Ella, she recognized we needed feedback. And she was also concerned about the weather problems we've
bigger
been
on this
having. She says, emergency preparedness. Did you lose power yesterday from the rainstorm?
Yes.
Everybody did?
Almost.
Mine flickered a
You
bit.
did?
No. We didn't
I
lose
did
it.
not.
I had an on and off. That was it. And it was terrifying, Michael, I'll tell you, for that couple seconds.
We got lucky down here in Pine Grove.
We really did walk through the raindrops yesterday. We missed it.
Yep.
So what would you pack into your 72-hour emergency kit, a.k.a. bug-out bag? So you have one bag that you can use to get you through 72 hours of like a zombie apocalypse, like power's out, you're like under a box of rubble with your bag or whatever, what do you say, a pile of rubble with your bag. You got to like scratch out and you got a bag. and it's like the apocalypse out there.
72 hours.
72 hours,
That's
3
3
days.
days.
Yeah.
2 cases of beer.
I was thinking a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of ginger ale.
Oh, what happened there?
That'll kill.
Well, you know, Paul. Yeah,
Spillers.
that's the second one I did that to tonight. What does that mean?
2 times.
2 times. What does that mean? Like, is it like you hold it with your lips too tight or something? Like, how come? How come it overflows
I
sometimes?
think
when
you
drink
hit it on the desk too hard.
Oh, did I?
I think that's what it was.
Anyways,
I think you're holding it with your lips too tight. Yes. I'm pretty sure.
you think that was it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would have some beef jerky too, and some pepperettes.
That's a nice
And some cheese. Definitely some cheese.
Definitely cheese.
Yeah, good cheese.
From the
I was just gonna say water, but that sounds way better.
Yeah, I agree.
Water.
It's only
Well, I mean,
72
like, I need
hours. You might as well
something to
drink booze.
Yeah.
It's only 72 hours.
You can get enough water from the booze, no?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Like we get to pack this before this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it in a bag ready to go for like when all of a sudden that tornado goes down. Kevin's like goes into his room. He gets his bag. He's like,
Always
"Fucking
in
bring
the
it on!
closet.
I'm gonna have like I got like
As he's flying
2
to
packs of
Hamilton.
gummy bears and a fucking pocket pussy in this bag. I'm gonna like sit under the rocks and
There you go.
whatever. Have a nice time.
Is there a limit for how much stuff you can have in
A
your
bag.
bug-out bag?
It's
So
it's a-
gotta fit in
In
a
a backpack.
backpack.
Like one of those old Adidas gym bags.
That's a true gym bag. Duffel bag even.
I'm gonna put trail mix in mine. I'm gonna put trail mix. I'm gonna say it.
The kind with the M&Ms in it.
Whatever. Yeah, I like the with the M&Ms in it, of course.
Nice choice.
I'm also gonna put. This might surprise you, but I'm gonna put. What do I need every day? Probably a huge bag of weed.
Couple of old socks.
Yeah, like probably like. No, I think if it was like a disaster, I'd spit on my hand.
Make it work.
I'd figure something out. No, anyways, what else? Anyone else pack anything that you need? You need music or a book or like any sort of objects? Like, what's the minimum you could live with? You just want the necessities of life, like.
Yeah, I would probably bring like headphones and something I could listen to. I'm a big like wear headphones around.
You can even like your well. I don't know how long your phone would work for.
Could you travel with like an acoustic guitar?
I was thinking ukulele. Because you could only
Oh,
do
yeah,
like
that'd fit.
I'd pack
72
my
hours of
harmonicas.
ukulele.
I'd be good with some harmonicas.
Yeah.
That'd be fine. Harmonicas, a loaf of bread, some water,
And a stick of butter.
almonds, and a couple box of matches. That'd be good with that. Waterproof sleeping bag
I want a knife
and a knife.
to kill rabbits, and I'm gonna.
Where are you when this happens? That there's rabbits.
You start hunting rabbits.
Yeah, it takes a while. You think I'm gonna catch them that easy? It takes a while to catch them. I'll be hungry in 72 hours. I'm gonna be fucking hungry.
Catch that rabbit.
He doesn't know that the power's coming on after 72 hours either, right? Like,
No, and I'm gonna fish with my knife too, and I'm gonna do all kinds of shit with my knife. I'm gonna make shelter and spears and like everything. My knife is fine. I like my knife.
Pete's there with
In fact, I might have my knife, and then I'm gonna go around stealing other people's backpacks with it. Then I get whatever you guys have.
That's the best idea yet.
Yeah, there we go. Now, Laura Collins, she's also given us feedback. She says, never eat roast beef at Pete's house, like ever.
What'd you do?
And then I couldn't think of what I said. And then I said to her, did you watch the Wheel of Filth? Because remember in the Wheel of Filth, I finger that roast beef sandwich,
With the
trying to
mayonnaise
teach
on
people how to find the G spot.
Yeah, I ate it.
I don't know if that was mayonnaise or if the roast beef was happy. I don't know how. Interpret it how you may.
Lubricated.
But mayonnaise seemed to enjoy it.
Delicious.
Or the roast beef seemed to enjoy it. Anyways, she says no. She listens to the Wheel of Whatever. And I said on that show, apparently, that I would rub my tits on a roast beef to get sex from my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone remember I said that?
Yeah, you put the herbs on your chest and then
Oh,
just
yeah.
rub it into the roast. The olive oil.
I don't remember what I
I
say.
use my titties.
I don't remember. Week after week, I have no memory of that. Like, how much shit do I say where like that's out there that I've
lot.
said that I don't even remember?
All the
4
time.
years worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 4 years worth
a lot
of
of
it.
it.
Shit.
The base of the
Hundreds of
show.
hours.
Pete, you said one time you'd do this, and I'm like, fuck. You're probably right. People could say anything to me, eh? I'm like, I got to do it. I'm a man of my word. What'd I say I'd do? I'm going to rub my roast piece of my tits? All right.
Jane, get the roast out.
The roast out. Will you give me Sex Fist for real? I'll take it. Anyways, you know what? There's one person. She's really picked up the torch, the Haitian dwarf. And she's carried it on by giving us feedback week after week. And to this week is a very special edition of Chicken with the Cheese Lady.
Oh, special edition.
Special edition.
Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, she's always on the run. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, she's always having fun. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady, always on the run. Chicken on the cheese lady, on the cheese lady, chicken on the cheese lady. What is on that tray over there? Looks delicious.
Here we go. This is Checking with the Cheese Lady. Teresa from the Second Mouse in Delhi is one of our favorite fans of this program, and she listens to us on Fridays when she's working around the cheese shop, the Second Mouse in Delhi, and putting together a delicious cheese type concoctions like the one she gave us today. And this is not the first time that Teresa's donated cheese to our program. She's a legit sponsor of our program, giving us cheese a week. Probably, I don't know. This is probably a third or fourth time that we've gotten cheese, right? Did you see that? That was a reveal.
This is multiple platters.
Yeah, we have. She had given us a cheese for each one of the members of the program.
Look at that thing.
We have Paul. What do you got there?
Pete's aged cheddar.
I am aged cheddar.
Are you ever?
And Tasha, Blondie from Barbie Mansion, says that it should have been sharp cheddar.
Oh.
Right?
Like your wit?
Like my wit
Wow.
instead of aged cheddar.
Oh,
How about dim cheddar?
that one?
Smoked applewood, Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin gets the
Applewood.
smoked applewood because he loves smokes the
Yes.
most of anyone.
Anything
It's
smoky.
super good, too.
She does listen to the show.
Who's next, Paul?
Stuff. That's
Who's
awesome.
Michael? Michael, you're Moroccan spice.
Spicy
spicy.
Moroccan Michael.
Oh.
I think when Teresa from the cheese shop looks at your face, Michael, she sees
Moroccan
she sees a
spice.
Moroccan. She sees that you're a spicy. You know that you'd be an enjoyable in the bedroom. I think.
Whiskey
Right.
West got the whiskey cheese.
Yeah, whiskey
Ah,
West.
nice choice.
Makes sense.
And that your balls smell like turmeric.
David got horseradish.
That's the end of that.
You have to ask Sweet,
Yeah.
Sweet Kelly.
And a fuck charters on the back, too.
That's the funniest part. Everybody
I
just
didn't
has
see
their
that
name,
before.
but on the back of it, I was supposed to make Dave look at it. And she actually noted fuck charters. What's this cheese again? Horseradish? Are you eating them all as you're saying them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Like what is
Trying them all.
what is the
Pass that fucking thing
what is the like you're not what is the review? Which one do you like best so far?
So far, it's I like the horseradish one.
Oh, yeah.
I was
And,
watching
We'd like
Paul.
one.
He pulled out a little bit, and you could just see him like nodding. Yeah, yes, this one is nice. Like he's saying it to himself as he's trying it.
He's off camera just mowing cheese. But who we miss?
Steve's got beer cheese.
Oh, Steve was the beer cheese.
And actually, Steve's the winner. It's the best cheese.
Ah,
Really?
Yeah. It's
Oh
delicious.
man.
Taste
Did we
it.
get everyone represented?
Yeah.
We're all-
Oh, isn't
That's
that
amazing.
nice?
That's awesome.
Isn't that nice of her? It's so thoughtful. Such a
Thank
nice
you.
thing to do.
Yeah, thank you so much, Teresa. We love you.
And we're gonna pound this till we don't. We're gonna eat this whole cheese tray
We're gonna-
tonight. We're gonna pound that cheese down till we
Bunged up
never
for
shit
weeks.
again.
Fuck yeah.
We bunged up like a like a what? A GA bird.
Some asshole cement.
Like some asshole cement. Anyways, but her feedback. We never got to Teresa's feedback. She says, "Ha ha, great dick story, LOL."
Which one?
Remember the one I told about how they
With the 14 eyes.
yeah, how they when they were giving me the biopsy, how the 14 eyes looked at my dick. That one. Yeah, and you know what? I passed a kidney stone this week.
Woo! Yay!
I have it in my truck. I would honestly get it and let everyone see it on the show. I have it. If anyone wants to see it, I showed it to Michael today.
It's something. I was super creeped out, but I still looked at it, and it's really something to see.
It's fucking giant and spiky.
Yeah, spiky.
It's like a meteorite.
It's like
It's
the
like a
back of
meteorite.
Bowser's turtle shell. It's like, what
Yeah.
in the fuck is going on? Why is that inside and then coming out your dick?
Yeah. It should never have come out my dick. That's a fuck up by our medical system that came out my dick because that thing was too huge to come out my dick or down my fucking whatever. What are they
He was
called?
explaining to me that because I'm assuming like coming out your dick is the worst part of this, right? It's got to be horrible.
No.
It's before that apparently. That's
Coming
like
out your
the
dick
shitty
is
part.
the best part, to be honest with you, of the whole thing.
That is hard.
Because the worst part is when it goes from your kidneys to your bladder. It has to go down these things called, what are they called? It sounds like
Ureter.
Yeah, ureters. Not your urethra, but your ureters. And it goes from your kidneys to your bladder. And when it's going, that's supposed to be like the size of like a hair or something like that. And then and this thing's fucking huge. Like it's like a grape, like a grapefruit pit, right?
Yeah, it's like a seed from a grapefruit, both that big.
Yeah.
Well, a seed from a grapefruit going down a hair, right?
Covered in barbs.
Yeah, exactly.
And what show did we do that on? Remember there was a band in here and I was having a kid that was going down my ureter? Remember that? Which band was that? It was like one of the or the one with the girl, wasn't it? Or
I don't know.
the Bad Read.
Was it?
I think I was like suffering bad from a.
Oh yeah, where you were the heavy in pain.
Yeah.
That was that one.
I think that was that one, and that was the worst. And then that happened for about 8 months.
Oof.
Off and on. When it ever decided to move, it would like have for like 8 months. It was over a year. No, the whole ordeal was over a year, and for this thing to go from my kidneys to my dick head was over a year. And when I went to finally got to see a urologist, the guy said, "What's your symptoms now?" And I'm like, "Well, it was like super painful for a long time, and now all of a sudden I feel like I gotta pee all the time, and I'm like, it's just kind of like I got a bladder infection or like a prostate infection or something." He's like, "Oh, that's good news. It's like it's in your bladder, so we'll just be able to like freeze your dick hole and go in your dick hole and get it." And I'm like, "Oh, good news, right?" Like, and I said to him, "I go, how about me just passing it, like just like passing it?" And he goes, he looks at my report or whatever, and he's like, "It's pretty fucking big." And goes, "Yeah, I don't think you're gonna pass it." And then I said, "Okay, we'll see you in 2 weeks to get this thing out." And then all of a sudden it's Sunday, and my wife's family's over, and all of a sudden my dick feels like there's some fucking big giant thing in it. And I'm like, I think that thing's in my dick. And I'm telling my sister-in-law is a nurse, right? So I'm like, I think that thing's in my dick. And she's like, "Oh, well, you're gonna have a tough night, but that thing's gonna come out of you." And then all of a sudden, I took a couple more. I was kept drinking water, try to piss it out. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, it feels like it's in my fucking helmet. Like it's like there's a fucking foreign body in my helmet, like a big giant thing in my helmet. And so I fucking peeled back my dick hole. And I can look and I can see the fucking crown of the stone.
Yeah, and he's
And it's
saying
all
this
like
is
a
not the worst part.
And it's all like
sound horrible?
it's all like a dinosaur's head. Like
It's
it's
the worst part
fucking-
for me, listening to it.
It's all like fucking spiky and shit. And I'm like, holy crap, this thing's like gross. And then I'm like, I think I have to get like tweezers and like tweeze the fucking stone out of my dick head to get it out. But instead I just like pissed into a sieve that I had in my kitchen.
Did you use any clean flow at all?
No, I should have.
Well played, Steven.
Oh, what if I would have thought of that earlier in the year? I could have just sprayed my kidneys with.
Yeah, you just shove
Yeah.
that little
Some-
nozzle up your urethra, and away you go.
Oh,
Lube it up.
fucking lube that stone out of there. Jeez, why wasn't I thinking? Matty O You let us down. You let us down, Matteo. You knew I was suffering for a year. You couldn't just tell me to throw some fucking honey goo up my asshole and like call it a day?
Get things moving.
Anyways, I think it's unbelievable that thing came out of me. And then once my next pee, it came closer to the top. And then I started to have a promise. And then the very next pee, it just popped out like that. It didn't even hurt at all. Just kind of squirted out. And then caught it in the old sieve. And then I put it in a little Ziploc bag. And I started showing people it.
Took a picture, put it on Instagram.
Yeah, I want everyone to see it. And you know what? Those with kidney stones, those who have had kidney stones in the past were like, Pete, that thing was fucking massive. And I'm like, am I right? That might be a fucking world's record. I might look to see.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now.
The biggest kidney stone passed through a dickhead. Look at that one, Dave.
Yeah, because there's different ones.
I don't want anything passed through a vagina.
Right,
They can probably
different.
pass tons of stuff. Like a cannonball through that thing. I'm dealing with a dick here. I can't pass. They pass a baby through the vagina. That's way bigger than a kidney stone. I'm just saying
And a cannonball.
through a dickhead. Do you find it? Do you want to do me? I can come back to you later in the show.
This one was removed surgically, but it was
6 pounds.
oh no, this one, the biggest one ever passed was at its widest point, measured 11.86
millimeters.
Oh no, this is the big one. This was surgically removed, 11.86 centimeters, almost 5 inches.
Whoa, what?
That was surgically removed. I'm talking dickhead, Dave. Squirted out of dickhead.
Yeah, you dickhead.
You're not gonna be able to squirt that out of a dickhead. That's like fucking bigger than your
Cut
dick.
me open, yeah.
And Dave's dick.
His whole dick.
In 2017, a 2-kilogram stone spanning 20 centimeters was surgically removed from Abdul Abu al-Hajar.
Well, that guy has obviously some nutrition issues, and we don't give a shit. It's surgically removed. Squirted out dickhead. Put in Google. What's the biggest thing squirted out a dickhead, man? Come on. I think I got this. Anyways, we're going to have to get back to it later in the show. And now we have to do our World Cup review.
Ooh.
World Cup review.
Hey, we have a Will Smith song for the World Cup.
It's
You
not
guys
very.
heard that? No, it's
Yeah,
horrible.
I listened to
but it's
it.
a typical there's 3 people and it's there's all sorts of different languages in it.
Yeah. And it
So
sounds
everybody's
like.
happy.
Yeah. Ole, ole,
Yeah.
ole.
Vuvuzela, football, yeah, beer.
Did you hear about the new Vuvuzela for this
It's
World Cup?
spoons.
The Russians like their spoons.
Yep.
Spoon man.
Totally fucked.
They take so they made like a whole bunch of spoons, which you just they're 3 spoons. I think you click together.
It's the worst.
Yeah, nobody wants to do it.
It's not even that loud, which is kind of nice, actually.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted
Yeah.
less loud than the Vuvuzela.
Where you listen to the game and it's just the whole time.
Yeah. I kind of liked it for at South Africa for the first game or whatever. Like maybe the first game, you're like, hey, this is kind of neat. It's different.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, done.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Annoying. Or is there bugs or something going on
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the stadium?
Yeah, I just want to watch the game, man. Like, shut up. You know what my favorite part of World Cup is?
What's that, Pete?
The women.
Yeah, there is a good following.
When you watch the World Cup, they show the different nationalities, like the different countries that are playing, and they always close up on their women fans in the crowd who are all smoking hot.
With real tight football kits on.
Yeah, you're
There
like
it is.
showing the hottest chicks from every country are somehow in the crowd there, and it's unbelievable. Every day you wake up and watch the World Cup, you're gonna see another woman from another country that you're like, she's so gorgeous, like it's unbelievable. Look at how hot she is.
Yeah, maybe I'll cheer for that team.
Yeah, I like it. You're like, I didn't know Uruguayan women were so fucking hot.
Yeah.
That one's hot, man. Well, what is that? Peruvian?
Dave might know about them.
Yeah. You know, Peruvians? Charters, you were in California researching Peruvians.
I did go to a nice Peruvian restaurant.
Was everyone really tiny?
No. They were regular sized people.
What?
Yeah.
Mexicans.
There
Dave.
were some Mexicans, but there were some people right from Peru.
How do you know?
I
Did they
asked
have
them.
a stamp?
Where are you from? Peru. That's what they said.
Oh, how could the Mexican lie? If they weren't 3 feet tall, they weren't from Peru, Dave. I know that for a
See,
fact.
I didn't know that. I couldn't call bullshit on them because I didn't know that.
In my mind, everyone from Peru is 3 feet tall. Anyone been to Peru? Steve, have you broken anyone's legs in Peru?
I have not. Not yet.
You know Peru is in the World Cup this year.
They sure are.
Now, we have, everyone has in front of them a World Cup bracket.
I appreciate it.
And so you can see all the teams, all the groups. We're going to do our World Cup breakdown. But before we do that, I want to talk about some of the news that came out of the World Cup. And I want to talk about the Russian politician, because Russia is hosting this year's World Cup, 2018. They're hosting in Russia. And one of the Russian politicians, she was very concerned about the World Cup coming to Russia. And she wanted to advise women not to have sex with foreigners during the World Cup. Her name is Tamara Pletinova or something.
Sounds hot.
Close enough.
Added that if a woman does get pregnant, she should make sure the father is of the same race.
Oh.
Right?
Whoa.
This is a parliamentary person in Russia. A Russian lawmaker, she says, there will be girls who will meet men, and they will give birth. Maybe they will get married. Maybe they won't. What'd she say? We must give birth to our own children. These mixed-race kids suffer and have suffered since the Soviet times.
What?
She says, instead of suggesting contraception, it says here, instead of suggesting contraception, she said that they should not have sex with any foreigners, because if a Russian woman were to have sex with a foreigner and become pregnant, he should be a man of the same race, and if it's another race, then it's even worse. We should give birth to our own children. I'm not a nationalist, but nonetheless, I know children suffer as well, and they are abandoned and stay here with the mother. So this girl,
It's facts.
I'm not sure if it's elected or elected official over there, or if it's just some like wild friend of Putin or whatever that just gets to go up there and spew shit off. But they're really worried, they're going to sully the Russian stock. It's so pure and delightful. Have you ever met a Russian where you're like, Jesus, that's the best genetics I've seen? That big fat drunk over there?
Good
That
with
can
the
really
vodka.
handle his vodka.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Met a Russian, you're like, well, that's a specimen. Just in the Rocky movie. Is that guy even? He's not
Dolph.
He's the coach of the team this year.
Dolph Lundgren.
What? He's not actually Russian? That doesn't sound Russian at all.
even. Sounds German. Sounds like what Steve's people.
If he
Any-
dies, he dies.
Anyways, you guys, what do you guys think? If you were, you like this lady? Should you have your vote?
Sounds like total bullshit.
What?
I think she's sick of these soccer players coming in and fucking all the women.
Like, why go to the World Cup?
She's like, you know what,
They just go
girls?
there to
I
fuck.
know you're going to watch a soccer game, but
You're gonna get fucked.
you're gonna see these guys are different colors. Some of
gonna
them
be-
are olive skinned, some of them are black skinned,
You're gonna be drunk as fuck.
some of them are yellow skinned, some of them are just somewhere in between. You don't know what kind of skin that
be
is.
such a
I've never
whore.
seen it before. What is their hair curly? Is it curly straight? Does it hold water? Can you just shake it dry? You know, these are all very tantalizing things for you. You will not be able to resist, but don't let them impregnate you and run away and accept no responsibility.
Leave you with the children. The weird children.
They'll suffer.
You know what, Russian women? Go out there. I'm going to tell you right now, this woman's way off base. Way off base. Go out there and fuck those guys. But you know what? Just tell them before you start, come on your back, and you'll be okay. That's Pete's advice. So now we get into our pool, the World Cup bracket.
The bracket.
So we're going to go through these countries. Group A, Michael.
Yep.
Group A. Michael, you are our expert on soccer.
Yep.
Everyone else is just our expert on racial profiling,
Fair enough.
which we are going to do for each of these countries. Let's start with Group A. The host country of Russia,
Yeah.
of course, is in that group, as well as Egypt, Saudi Arabia. Yeah. I got stuck halfway through that word.
Get that out of
I got stuck halfway through the word, and Uruguay.
there. Yep.
Uruguay.
Russians are definitely doped up.
Uruguay.
Yes.
Blood doping Russians. Take that one.
You think the Russians are going to go number one in that group?
Oh, all blood doped up. Yeah, yeah. No.
Dick didn't. No. This is FIFA. Are they like strict on
Yeah.
steroids too?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not Dick Pound.
No, it's not Dick Pound.
I'm going with Russia and Uruguay coming out of that.
I think Uruguay is going to be number one. Russia number two.
Yeah, definitely Egypt and Saudi Arabia will be out first round,
Steven?
without a doubt.
I go with what Dave said there.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Russia is maybe the worst team in the whole fucking tournament.
But they just won 5-0.
They are fucking horrible, though.
I know.
They're horrible.
Yeah,
But how bad is Saudi Arabia?
They are even worse, obviously.
I say
Egypt has the Egyptian Messi, they call him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His name's Mohamed Salah, and if he's injured right now, if he can play, they got a good chance, Uruguay being number one. So I'm going to go Uruguay, Egypt.
But Michael, like Saudi Arabia, the Egyptian players have never played on grass, only sand. So
To their advantage, no?
I
They're
think-
like, oh, this grass is so easy.
it's so soft.
I don't know.
What is this, like a pillow?
I don't think they're going to be able to get their footing.
Right.
So they just keep lying on it and rubbing their
Dust in my
bodies.
eyes.
They're not going to be able to play the bounces very well.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a couple weak teams, and we'll see. We'll see. You guys might be right. Mother Russia, maybe they got the as they call it in hockey, the Russian gas.
Well, I just know what I know about like the score today of like 5-0. That's going to be like if it's like a tie in any way, that point differential is pretty good.
It's insane, yeah. Because
But is like Egypt going to kick the shit out of
not
Saudi
5-0.
Arabia
You're-
too?
You're not going to see 5-0 again.
Yeah, 5-0 is a tough one.
So that's a good start, Ruskies.
And the Russians do suck.
They do.
And you had a lot of time to prepare for this thing. You could have like gone through a doping regimen with like children.
Yeah, they knew they were in.
With the
Yeah,
new,
you knew
with the new dope.
you knew you were in because you're the host.
Yeah, take note, Canada.
Yeah, Canada, and you
Start
know, in
doping
3
our
years
kids.
we're in the
get
World
doping.
Cup. Let's take a bunch of 10-year-olds, shove them full of drugs, teach them soccer, man. Like program them like fucking Clockwork Orange. Open up their eyes with toothpicks. Make them look at fucking soccer all day long. Just make messy and
Let's get good at this.
yeah, let's get fucking good. And you fucking kids are gonna win the World Cup. We got one chance to get in. The next year we're not gonna get in.
Nope.
Who we kidding? We're gonna
Gotta
play
do it this
hockey
time.
again.
That's right. We're going to be good at hockey again.
We need to take 8 years off of hockey and play soccer because we got the big tournament coming up. Anyway,
Is it 8 years from now?
8 years from now, 8 years.
2026?
2026. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 years.
So that's Group A.
Group B: Portugal, Spain, Morocco, Iran. Now, Portugal,
If I know anything about Portuguese, they can play soccer.
they can play soccer, but they're also, their guy Cristiano Ronaldo is an old man, right?
In soccer terms.
And last time he got, he was injured. Remember the last World Cup?
World Cup, yeah, he had a good Euro. So these guys are coming off 2 years ago as European champions. So they're on a high right now.
Yes. And I'll tell you something about Portugal. Is I grew up with Portuguese. I grew up with a bunch of Portuguese. They were my friends. I went to their house. I ate their mother's food.
Chicken and the wine.
A little pork kebab?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Fish?
Pop shish? I go to the bakery, get some pop shish. So good for you. I like it. Go to my cousin in Montreal. We're gonna have some. We're gonna have some fish. Maybe so.
It's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be nice. We'll be down there. Some soccer, watch a thing, have some wine. We'll have a good time. Right? Portuguese. I'll tell you, I love those people, but I can never cheer for them ever because those cocksuckers for years would just like never have Portugal in the World Cup and then like cheer for Brazil.
Yeah.
And then
Second team.
I would say to them like Holland is way better than Portugal, and they would say, no, Brazil. They'd switch the subject to Brazil. Like that's all of a sudden them because they speak Portuguese.
That's why, because they speak Portuguese.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't have two fucking teams Portuguese. And you know what? Now that your Portugal team is actually pretty good, and you could actually conceivably win the whole World Cup, I don't want you to, Portuguese, because of the years of you being being able to enjoy Brazil winning like you did something. And just for that reason, I hope you never get your own country to win. That's why I will never cheer for Portugal. That's why. And you know what, Italy? You didn't make the World Cup this year, Italy. I'm just going to give you a shout out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking tough shit, buddy. That is tough for Italy. This has got to hurt. Those Italians love soccer.
Yeah, it burns deep.
And their team fucking sucks. You have to feel bad right now, Italy. Go fuck yourself. Years you're Azzurri. Oh, I got to hear about the Azzurri. Fuck off.
Not
Enjoy
in
it with the Dutch.
Yeah.
We're both bitter. We're taking
Sideline.
this year off. How does Holland suck so bad?
Oh, we're in a bit of a turnaround right now, Peter. We lost our top guys. They are, like you called Cristiano Ronaldo, old in soccer terms. So we lost all our best guys, and the young guys aren't ready yet for
Yeah.
the big stage.
Do you think we
They're
got a
still coming
future,
around.
though?
Yeah, we got a future. We'll see. It'll take a bit.
Well, in Group B, I'm going to go with the Spain number 1, Portugal number 2.
Good
Yep,
choice.
I agree.
I'm going to go exactly with that, with Morocco as a dark horse if Portugal blows it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Those Moroccans.
The Moroccans, you don't give the Iranians any hope.
Tough luck, Iran. You're out.
They're a bunch of shit horses. Group C, we have France, Dave's buddies in Peru, Australia, and Denmark. This one I know very little about, Michael.
That's a nice little group.
And I know the French are have a good team.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very strong. The French are stacked in every position, and they could probably put 2 teams in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how good the French are. They're like the Canada of hockey.
But the rest of the division, Peru, Australia, and Denmark, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, you know who's a team to look out for is the Danes.
The Danes?
Yeah,
the Great
They
Danes?
got a nice mix in there. You'd think Australia would be better, but they're not. They're more they like their rugby.
Yeah, I think that Australia could be like the American Cinderella thing.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm going with? Peru,
Not
number
a bad
2.
choice. Yeah.
France, number 1. Peru, number 2. And I'll tell you how Peru's going to do it. They're going to sneak under your legs, and they're going to shoot right under your legs. They're small, and they can get in there in the tight
They
spots.
park the bus, and then they just sneak in there.
So I got France, number 1, Peru, number 2. I'm pretty sure that's right. Group D, Argentina, Iceland, back again.
Back again.
Man, that was a real Cinderella story last time. They even made it. And now they're back again. Croatia and Nigeria. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, nailed it.
So who do you got in here? The Argentinians are there. That's Messi. They're one of the greatest players in the world.
Yep.
He's a dynamite. They made it to the finals last time, right?
The only thing he doesn't have is a World Cup.
Can he do it this time, Michael?
A lot of pressure. He's like the Ovi
And you know
of the
who else?
World Cup.
You know, Iceland, you got to cheer for him because they're a small, shitty country, and you can't believe they're there.
I would love to see.
Wasn't Iceland doing that clap thing
big
last
clap,
year? That was
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So Toronto FC does that now. If you go to a Toronto FC game, they do
yeah.
that clap. They just copied it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And Croatia
Good team.
is a really good team,
Dark
too.
horse, for
Yeah.
sure.
They get
The
and so-
Croats. Nice checkerboard kit, too, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice on the eye, the jersey.
Yeah, I do like the Croats. They got a special place in my heart. I might actually cheer for the Croatians this year.
I think I would say this is almost the group of death if you had to pick one, really.
Either this one or the one with Portugal and Spain. Yeah, but like this one here, because I'm gonna go still Argentina number 1, Croatia number 2. That's what I'm going with. What do you say?
What about you, Dave?
I'm going Argentina, Iceland.
Me too.
Because I want to see the clap. I want to see the clap make it to the second round.
Yeah, Nigeria is no pushover either. They might have the coolest jerseys in the tournament too. Bright green. They're like, what are those when you're in the? You take that lane when you can only drive with somebody else in your
the
car.
HOV.
Yeah. What's that little symbol?
It's a diamond.
Yeah, that's like their shirt. It's all little green, those things. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. So my pick's Argentina. I'm gonna go with the Croats though. I feel like they're gonna sneak in.
This is a group of death, really.
Yeah.
It's a tough group. Let's go to Group E. Brazil,
The Samba
Switzerland.
boys. Yeah.
the Dirty Reeks, Costa Rica.
The fucking Reeks get in there all the time.
They know how to play defense, Michael. They know how to play defense. They're going to shut you down.
It's hot in the jungle.
And Serbia.
The slippery Serbs got in there.
The slippery Serbs got in. What do we say about Brazil? Brazil, you know your waxing can take you so far.
Your buttholes are loose.
Your buttholes are nice and clean. You're going to be like running up and down this pitch. Is that what they call it, the pitch?
Yep.
You're going to have nice, clean buttholes, no friction, and you're going to score some goals. That's guaranteed about Brazil, right?
Yep.
But can the Dirty Reeks shut them down? Can Switzerland be neutral enough to neutralize the Brazilians? Or what about the Serbs?
What about the slippery Serbs?
The slippery Serbs, are they going to go and try to get at those Croatians in another division?
Maybe knife them in their sleep.
What?
Serbia, Croatia final.
Oh, can you imagine that? Be a bloodbath. Like if they really have a heated thing like that happen, it would be. Is that a grudge match?
Yeah.
You killed my relatives. You killed my relatives. That'd be a big deal.
I'm going Brazil, Switzerland out of that one. You know why? The Swiss always playing at high altitudes, right? They're gonna have so much cardiovascular advantage over everyone else when they
Okay.
get down in the lowlands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna run circles around everybody.
And that's what they're saying about Brazil with this tournament being in Russia is that the Brazilians, they struggle in Europe or away from South America. So not that I think they'll get through this group no problem, but when it comes to the end, they say the Brazilians are busy in extracurricular activity.
Yeah, banging the Russian girls
That's right.
with no dome, leaving it deep, giving a kid with one name in Russia. He's like, hey,
In olive skin.
my name's Manuelo. Yeah, how's that work in Russia? You know, one fucking name. I'm like, obviously olive skinned. I speak Portuguese.
I'm excellent at the football.
Anyways, I'm going with the Dirty Reeks, number 2, and Brazil, number 1.
I'm going Brazil and the Serbs.
Ooh, I like
Taking
it.
the Serbs out of nowhere.
I'm going Costa Rica because I like the way they played defense last World Cup. They were real stingy for the Dutch. And I'm like saying, and I also went on a vacation in Costa Rica, and I love the people.
There you go.
So I like to cheer for them. Costa Rica, I'm going to pick you to beat those Serbs because I don't trust them, the Serbs.
No.
I'm going to tell you right now. Now here's Steve's favorite division,
Group.
That's right.
Group F.
Fuck you.
Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea. I like this division a lot.
Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you,
Gotta
because
take
my
Mexico.
favorite team, they got to be one of my favorite teams in the division is Mexico. I cheer for Mexico every World Cup.
Is it because of the coach?
The coach was awesome last time, but one time I cheered for him, the World Cup before that was because the goalie.
Oh, yeah.
The goalie was so cool, and then the year after that was the coach was so cool.
The coach was, I hope it's the same.
Is the same coach?
I hope so. I'm not sure, but he was the best at.
Every year Mexico is entertaining to watch. They're the most fun team to watch. Like they're crazy. They're like absolutely nuts, and they're always entertaining.
Yeah, and they just love it. Like they love soccer. They're so
Yeah.
passionate about it.
I'm happy that they get to host too. With it's not just Canada, U.S. It's Canada, U.S., Mexico.
Yeah,
Do they play in cowboy boots?
yeah. In jeans.
Cowboys in jeans.
Yeah.
That's why they're so good. Is because when they play in the tournaments, they actually give them cleats and
Yeah.
shorts, and they're just like 10 times faster.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Just for the World Cup.
I could kick like right in the net with these.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is I want to wear my cowboy hat.
They make them not wear them.
I don't know why I can't wear my cowboy hat.
Only the goalies allowed.
The goalie's wearing a big, like, 10-gallon hat. When did Mexicans become cowboys, you know? But they are, hey?
They are
Yeah.
totally cowboys.
Yeah, they love cowboys. I always thought they'd be more on the side of the Indians, but they're not. They're on the side of cowboys. Which group is that? Okay, so we all agree. I go Germany, Mexico,
Yep, agreed.
and
Steven, you going with your Germans?
Sounds good.
Yep.
you gonna go with your Germans?
I guess so.
All the way.
If
See
I
what I
was
mean?
you, I
See what I
would,
mean? He's not
Steve.
that
I'm like,
reluctant
Here's some
now.
advice: ride the Germans hard.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay, so that's Group G, Belgium,
Oh,
ooh,
boo.
Panama,
That's what I'm going for. Panama.
Tunisia. Does anyone know where Tunisia
Where the
is?
fuck is Tunisia?
No.
I think it's Africa, but I'm guessing. And England. You know where England is?
Yep.
They were like our parent country. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do here. Number one, the Belgians, they're like the Dutch in the way that they don't like to play as a team.
Nope.
Correct? That's what Michael told me.
Yep.
And
A lot of
also,
individuals.
also the Belgians, unlike the Dutch, are dim-witted. This is a fact. Hey, it's like they don't have the mental capacity of the Dutch. They are, of course, more spendthrift than the Dutch, but they have no mental capacity is the key. So the Belgians, I don't think we're going to fare any better than the Dutch didn't even make it, and the Dutch are a superior Belgian.
Yeah, this ain't no pitching race.
That's right. I agree with that.
We're not on bicycles here. This is a goddamn soccer match.
Guys, we're in the tournament.
I don't know what you're doing here, but should be Holland there. You know, am I wrong about this?
Nope.
But usually I should get the fuck out and then and so you're. But anyways, that being said, I'm going Belgium number 1 in the division. I'm going England number 2, and England is only because they break my heart every time. I just cheer for them all the time. I don't know why.
I'm going Panama. I was there, and they said their soccer team's the best it's ever been.
Really? Inside info, Paul.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Paul's got like the
like
horse
it.
track.
They said
like
we went on a bus tour of the city, and they said their soccer team is hot.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's a nice inside info because I think the typical pick is Belgium because everybody expects them to do good, and then England is
So is it going to be England, Panama, or is it going to be Belgium, Panama?
oh yeah right.
I have to go. I'm picking neither Belgium or England because I hate them both.
Tunisia.
Tunisia it is.
Wow.
Tunisia, Panama. That is a bold pick.
I like it.
North
I
Africa
can't
and Central America.
There
Yes.
you go.
Did you look up Tunisia on your phone?
North Africa.
Yeah. Did you look up the biggest thing to go out of a dickhead? Did you? Because that was what your
It's
assignment
hard.
was.
It's hard. It doesn't. There's not a lot of hits.
Dickhead, Dave. Did you write in dickhead in Google? Did you write dickhead in Google?
I wrote a lot of things.
Did you write squirt, kidney stone, out, dickhead?
No, I didn't.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's the only thing I told him to do.
I'm not doing it.
It's going to give you results. I don't know why he's arguing it, eh? It's just pride. Just dumb pride. Anyways, we have one more group.
Speaking of dumb pride,
Group H.
Yeah, my favorite group.
Oh, the group of dumb. That's what they call this one. Poland.
Poland 1, Japan 2. Easy.
Dave's teams. This is your group.
This is Dave's group, the group
Simple.
Poland and Japan. Now, how is Italy the United States and Holland not in the World Cup, but fucking Poland is. How does that happen?
Poland's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
No, they're not.
Red and white,
Yeah,
baby.
they are.
Poland's good.
Oh yeah.
How are the Colombians?
Good.
Strong, Paul.
No.
Strong on the ball. You don't want to fuck around the Colombians.
Too much cocaine.
Too much on the cocaine?
No, cocaine's good for soccer.
Fast.
Yes. Gives you that extra burst.
Oh, well, I'm going Colombia number 1, Japan number 2.
No Polacks.
Good
No
call on number
Polacks.
2.
And I'm going to say that because, you know what? Japan's got some good guy. I heard about him. We're on the street.
Some good guy. Is that his name?
Yeah, it's some good guy.
Doesn't sound
Some
Japanese.
good guy.
Yeah, they also have some young
good
guy.
Some young guy.
Some good guy.
No, how is this, Dave?
Some cheap guy.
Some good guy. Does that sound more Japanese?
Slightly.
Some good guy.
Some good guy. Does that sound more Japanese?
Sounds like a Japanese guy saying a Chinese name.
It'd be more
Some
good
good guy ski.
No, we're doing it wrong. It'd be good guy son.
Oh, good guy, son.
Oh,
Is that better?
there you go.
Good guy son.
That's pretty good. Poland number 1 though. Michael, who do you pick?
Niha.
Number
Poland number 1, Japan number 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking Poland and Colombia.
Poland number 1, Colombia number 2.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got Poland picked in there.
Poland's going all the way,
I'm going
baby.
with them.
Poland's gonna shit the bed.
Write it down.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
they are known to shit the bed, much
They're
like
out.
England.
First
Yes,
round.
I know England too. They do it to my every pool. Okay, so that's all the pools. Has anyone gone further to get to the Final Four in this thing? If you did it through,
I've done it not on this one, but other
Let's
ones.
just
I
call.
can tell you
Let's
the
just call the
Four.
final 2.
or let's do Final Four because that's what we did last time. Final Four,
All right,
and I
Final
nailed it. Last time I nailed it. I said it was going to be Holland, Spain, Brazil, and Germany, and it was. I was the only one who got it right last time. So I'm going for 2 for 2. So we go Final Four. You got to get your Final Four out of this. I'm going to go with my Final Four first while you guys are preparing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying France, Argentina, Germany, Brazil. Those are my Final Four.
Okay, mine are France, Brazil, same as you, and then Germany, and I'm gonna go Spain. Germany and Spain. So Spain, Germany, France, Brazil for me.
Very good, Michael.
Argentina, Mexico,
Ooh,
Panama, and Brazil.
Paulie, rocking
Panama.
Panama.
I like it. I like it. You go hard. Cheer for those
That's how
guys.
you win these goddamn things is by doing that shit.
Paul, can you make me a cheese plate?
Steven, you know who you're going with yet? Or Kevin, you got anything?
Steve, you go first.
No, I'm overwhelmed at the moment.
I'm ready.
Same. It's like, what is this stuff that we're doing?
France and
Just name four countries.
Yeah.
Wait, wait.
Egypt.
Egypt.
Panama.
That's good. That's one side.
Portugal and Colombia.
Totally could be.
Mexico?
Wouldn't that be crazy if that happened?
Could totally be it.
The Panama Colombia would be awesome.
Yeah, real knife fight in the crowd.
Charters, what do you got?
I'm also going France, Brazil. And then on the other side, it's going to be Argentina and Poland, of course.
Of course.
Poland, France final. Poland for the win.
Oh, all the way to the end.
I got Argentina winning the whole thing.
Write it down, people.
I got the dirty, dirty French.
The French.
Yep.
Yeah, I know they're good, but I hate them.
Panama.
Steve, what do you say? Final Four.
Let's go Iceland and Mexico and Egypt. And,
Nice, I like the Egypt picks.
Egypt's got.
England for no good reason.
Oh,
England
Steve,
could do it
you never
too.
know.
Wild card.
Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad actually because some of those could come in. Like Egypt's got a real good player, right? He's like
Yeah.
got a,
He's the Egyptian Messi.
and then England's like got a young team and they could like either like do terribly or do really good. So anything can kind of happen. That's what's so cool about the World Cup. you can say the favorites all you want, but like every year something crazy happens. Every year, like there's some sort of an upset in a shootout or something like that. Some team plays offensively and wins. There's always some guy bites a guy's fucking face or like does something, kicks him in the nuts or does something crazy. And every year the World Cup never fails. Plus hot chicks in the crowd all the time. And it's a great spectacle that we watch every year every 4 years is the World Cup. Yeah. It's a great spectacle, and I'm happy that Canada's going to host it.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We're lucky to get it.
Yeah, we're super lucky.
Will we have a team?
Yeah, we'll have a team, and we're in, Steve.
Host team.
Like,
we all just
automatically you're in when you're the host.
Yeah.
So USA, Mexico, and Canada 2026, we are in.
Weird.
Yeah, last time it was like Korea.
That's just how it works.
That's how it works.
That's like
host
Russia
team gets in, and the winner from the last one gets in.
How does three countries hosting one event? How does that work?
So on our side, like the CONCACAF side, they're like, well, those three are in. So then they'll only maybe be like one other
more
team
spot.
that can get in. Yeah, it's weird.
Probably like.
Yeah, but
Reeks.
a couple
Could be the Reeks, yeah.
The Mexico and the United States will probably make it anyway, and we'll be the guest, right?
Yeah, like that's what they probably figured is that Mexico and the United States would probably make it anyway. Canada's the only one that's kind of like granted in.
Continent is allowed so many teams in the tournament, so we already got 3. So it'll be tougher for, the Mexicos, which will probably make it anyways. But the rest of the teams, like, good luck, Trinidad and Tobago, and
who hosts
Jamaica
the final?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess USA, just because it's USA. We get games in Toronto, Montreal, and Edmonton. From what I've
Edmonton.
Yeah, they're just kind of spread it out. Yeah, and then Mexico gets the same amount as us, and USA gets more. So I'm gonna assume the final would probably be in the States.
Probably. Yeah.
You guys want to go? Watch a
Bigger
game?
market.
Fucking right. I 100%.
Yeah, definitely. I want to go,
Let's
man.
do it.
Let's put it on our list.
We'll put it on the list. Yeah. 8 years from now, we're all going.
It is. Let's
Season
just go.
12.
That's awesome.
All right. Thank you, everyone that's listened to our show. Good luck to everyone that's cheering for your teams if you're into this shit. If not, thanks for listening to our show anyways. I don't know why you did it when it was all about soccer.
Get your titties out.
And until next week, we will see you, NT. See you next Thursday. Let's eat some cheese, everyone.